In the early hours of April 15, 1912, the unsinkable Titanic vanished beneath the icy Atlantic, forever sealing the fate of over 1,500 souls. But among the tragedy was a young girl whose story has echoed through time. This is the unforgettable journey of Eva Hart, a survivor whose memories reveal not only the horror of that night, but the strength of the human spirit. Join us as we step back over a century to hear her voice, her truth, and to remember a disaster the world will never forget. My father was a master builder in England, 1911. Business was poor. When a friend returned from Canada, my father decided in one evening to leave everything behind and move. My mother was terrified and had a dreadful premonition. She was strong, but insisted she wouldn't sleep in the ship's beds and stayed awake nights. We were originally booked on the Philadelphia, but it didn't sail. Then we got a berth on Titanic. My father was thrilled. The ship seemed enormous to me as a child. I saw a small dog traveling without a master, cared for by the crew. I loved it dearly. Sadly, it drowned that night. I remember the dining saloon, the playroom where I played with other children, and walking with my father in second class. It all felt wonderful. My mother heard grinding sounds like ice against the ship. Others heard it too, but officers said it was nothing to fear. We shared lunch on Sunday, the last meal the three of us ever had together. That night, some passengers were gambling on arrival times. At 10 minutes to midnight, a slight bump jolted us, like a train pulling into a station. My mother woke my father, who went to check. My mother dressed me and wrapped me in a blanket. We went to the boat deck. If we hadn't, I doubt I'd be here today. My father helped me into a lifeboat, telling me to hold my mother's hand. He promised he'd come back, but he never did. There were too few lifeboats for everyone. At first, no one believed anything terrible would happen. I saw the Titanic break in half as it sank. For years, people argued with me, but it's now proven true. The most terrible sound was the screams of people drowning, absolutely ghastly and unforgettable. Our lifeboat was so full that officers transferred some of us to other boats. I got separated from my mother, terrifying for a child. We were rescued at dawn by the ship Carpathia. The transfer from lifeboat to ship was terrifying, climbing rope ladders in mid-ocean. Children were placed in sacks to be lifted safely in large cargo nets. It was terrifying, but necessary. I couldn't find my mother for hours, but eventually did. The next day, women roamed the ship searching for missing husbands. We sailed to New York on the Carpathia. I was badly bruised from transfers between lifeboats and was taken to hospital on arrival. My mother went to bed every night, but I was terrified and rarely left the cabin on the journey home. I had musical talent, played piano, and trained my voice. I sang professionally and even appeared on Australian radio in 1929. When the war broke out, I became a food officer, hated it, then worked in a factory making bomb parts. Later, I trained as an industrial welfare officer. I also served as a magistrate, which I loved because it involved working with people. The Titanic still fascinates the world because of the tragedy and lost lives. If there had been enough lifeboats, nobody would have died. There are few survivors left who remember the disaster. I'm among the last to share these memories. I saw a ship very close during the disaster, believed to be the Californian. But questions remain about what happened. I saw our rockets fired. Those signals should have meant danger to nearby ships, but sadly, help was delayed. After the rescue, we stayed with relatives. I was ill from bruises and sickness, but slowly recovered. The experience shaped my entire life. I often struggled with memories, avoiding pictures and books of the Titanic. My mother told me about the silence after the disaster. The whole world seemed to stand still. That silence still haunts me. This story is mine, a tale of survival, loss, and remembrance. It must never be forgotten. Eva Hart's story is more than just a memory of disaster. It is a testament to resilience, to the love of family, and to the countless lives forever changed by that night. Though the Titanic sank beneath the waves, its legacy lives on, carried by those who survived and those who remember. As we look back, we honor the voices that refuse to be silenced, reminding us all that even in the darkest depths, hope endures. This is not just history. This is a human story, and it must never be forgotten.